Yo, Ellie, what's up with today's lunch? It's all frozen food. Plus, I see some leftovers. Talk about cutting corners.
Sorry, Aiden. I had severe morning sickness today, so I couldn't cook.
Morning sickness. Is morning sickness such a big deal that you couldn't even bother to cook?
It seems to vary depending on the person. But it was so bad for me today, I couldn't even bear the smell of food.
You sure you're not just overreacting?
Huh?
There's a lot of women at my workplace. Being a cosmetics company, our CEO is a woman, and about 70% of the staff are women.
Yeah, and?
Pregnant women are all working as usual. They continue to work even after their bellies show. You're a housewife, and you can't even bother to cook?
That's why I told you it depends on the person.
Then why is everyone at work okay? Everyone's working their butts off like usual. Are you managing your health? Maybe that's the problem.
My health? It's a reaction to pregnancy. I can't control that.
You've been sleeping all the time since getting pregnant. Is that good for your health? The last holiday, I invited you to go out, but you just slept all day.
Strong drowsiness is a symptom of early pregnancy. I myself don't want to be sleeping all day.
You only seem to be being lazy to me. Is it really because of pregnancy? Aren't you just using it as an excuse?
No, Aiden, why are you so cold since I got pregnant? I'm bearing your child. Can't you be more nice?
Because you're always using pregnancy as an excuse.
I don't intend to be making excuses.
You reject eating out due to your condition. You're always trying to take naps. You're putting off chores and the laundry is piling up.
Pregnancy is a big deal, you know? I'm carrying an additional life. It comes with sickness. It wrecks your hormonal balance. Could you please learn more about pregnancy?
I told you, I see everyone working fine at work. The CEO's daughter is pregnant, but she shows up to work every day. I think she's in about the same stage as you.
Don't compare me to others. My sickness is severe.
I've seen so many pregnant women at work. That's why I can say, hey, let's work out this weekend.
What?
You need to move around.
It's not like I'm sitting on my butt all day. I go shopping, clean when I can.
It's not enough. You need to move around more to accommodate that additional life.
What kind of reasoning is that? That's impossible.
Don't you say impossible. It's no doubt due to your lack of exercise. You're making me worry. I'll be coaching you. Don't worry. Ellie, I got off work early today. You cooking dinner? If you haven't started yet, I want fish.
Sorry, I can't.
Huh?
I feel so sluggish. I have a headache and nausea.
Come on. Did the exercise give you muscle aches?
It's not muscle aches. It's because you forced me up when I'm sick and made me exercise. I'm really sick today. Go eat out or get delivery.
What? I got off early today. You're so weak.
It's not that.
Pregnant women need to exercise. Lying around is only going to make you fat and cause disease. Ellie, you've gotten a little plump lately.
I'm pregnant. How am I not going to gain weight? The doctor says it's optimal weight. I'm not fat.
What about the sickness?
She says to take things easy. I even got herbal medicine for the sickness.
Is it helping?
It's not that simple.
Then you need to work out.
Are you listening? The pregnant lady I talked to at the clinic also said that exercising should be limited. She only walks to work.
See? That's it. She works, right? She walks to work and must be moving around at work too.
I hear she does desk work.
But she has the energy to work. You see? It's because you're being so lazy that you feel sick.
Seriously, are you listening? The sickness depends on the person.
I'm trying to improve things for you. Why do you not appreciate my kindness?
The doctor can't do anything about it. Why would you be able to? Helping out with chores would make things a lot better.
There you go, trying to weasel your way out of work. You women, always using pregnancy as an excuse.
What?
There are lazy ones like you at work too. Though very few. And they all end up quitting. You get it? They're not needed.
Your company has good benefits, right?
But a lot of people in my department quit. No work, no pay.
Don't put it that way. You're pretty high up in the ranks. You need to be more considerate.
Enough. Just do as I say. You can rest today, but go pull out the weeds tomorrow.
Alone?
I've got work. It's not that much area, you'll be done in a day.
I might not be feeling better tomorrow.
But you're not sick. Women must have had it a whole lot worse back in the day. No washing machine, no food delivery. Even taking a bath required chopping wood. Compared to that, look at you.
How many centuries ago would that be?
Women have always been bearing children, no matter how hard life was. You live in such an industrialized society and you still complain? If you can't manage your health, don't have children.
How dare you say that?
Because you're too lazy. Get some exercise and get healthy. Ellie, I heard your message. You got taken to the hospital? You're so pathetic.
What?
That's why I warned you so much. It's because you don't work out, idiots. I bet you haven't even done the weeds.
Mr. McFadden, your wife, it's too late.
Huh? Who's this? Are you not Ellie?
This is Wendy. I work as a secretary at your company. Ring a bell?
What? The CEO's daughter?
Yes.
Oh, please, pardon me. But why do you have my wife's phone?
I met Ellie at the clinic. I brought her to the hospital. I had a checkup scheduled today. My mother was driving me and I happened to see Ellie looking ill.
I see. I apologize for my wife troubling you. She can't even manage her own health. It's quite embarrassing. I've always been telling her to not be so lazy.
Are you serious?
Yes?
You've got some nerve talking about your wife like that.
Huh?
Why did you force her to do chores until she crashed? She's been told by the doctor to take things easy. I know she has been telling you about her sickness. And you make her pull out weeds?
Well, she really just spends all day laying around. I only recommended she get some exercise.
I've been told it was forced on her. You pulled her out of bed and forced her to exercise.
She tends to pretend to be sick.
She's pregnant. Pregnancy is a big deal.
But everyone at our company is working just fine. My wife seems to be so easy on herself.
Those who continue to work have relatively light symptoms. Those who cannot work are allowed to take leave.
Oh, really?
You just notice them by seeing their bellies. My mother makes sure to provide a women-friendly work environment. Please do not tell me you've been making such remarks at work.
No, definitely not. I'm always astonished that so many pregnant women are able to work like normal.
And what about those who cannot?
What do you mean?
Those who have difficulty coping with pregnancy and menstruation. How have you been caring for them?
My department does not have many such people.
I see. Very well. And are you not worried about your wife? I told you, it's too late.
Ah, yes, sorry. I was so surprised it was you.
But the condition of your wife should be top priority. Are you not coming to the hospital?
No, I'll head over right now. But what do you mean by too late?
Everything. Please ask her yourself.
Ellie, sorry. Can I go see you? Please don't refuse my visitation.
No, I'm still recovering.
But you can message me like this, right? Then you should be able to talk.
Seeing your face will make me feel worse. So no.
Don't say that. I was called out by the CEO. She was infuriated. I'm being transferred out of my department to work in supplies.
Is that so?
That's all you have to say? It's your fault. You were blabbing about me to her daughter.
My fault. It's all true.
Yeah, but I really regret what I did. I finally see how hard it is to be pregnant. So I want to apologize.
I was so sick every day. The morning sickness, the drowsiness. I would even get anemic. It was so hard without your understanding. It was unbearable.
I'm so sorry.
I've had enough. I'm having the child by myself. I don't need you.
What do you mean? How are you going to make it alone? You can't do chores and take care of the child alone. And you don't work. How are you going to pay for things?
I'll have your child support and child care benefits. Not to mention some savings from when I was single. I'll have my parents help me, so I'll be okay.
You won't be okay. You need me with you. I'll do the chores and help take care of the child.
What makes you think you can? You never did chores before.
I've changed.
You just feel that way because of what you went through at work. I don't trust you anymore. You were probably just told by your boss to apologize to me, no? I've always been begging you, but you didn't try to understand.
I think I needed the input of a third person.
Well, then you don't need me anymore. That settles things.
Come on. I really see how bad I was.
Really? You are just blaming me for being transferred. Doesn't seem like you understand. You'll just repeat the same thing if I let you off the hook now.
No, I won't. I'll change. If I don't, then you can divorce me. I'll sign the paper.
No! You said I shouldn't have children if I can't manage my health. I don't want to be with someone with that attitude. I understand that it is hard for men to become aware of their role as a father, but you never had any consideration for me. This is not just a matter of pregnancy.
I'm so sorry. I'll be a good father. I won't have purpose in life without you. No meaning to live.
My child and I were about to lose our lives because of you. All you care about is yourself. That does no good for us. I really thought it was over when I got carried to the hospital. So, we need a divorce.
Ellie, please don't say that. Forgive me.
You're such a bother. I'll be straightforward. You need to disappear. You only make my sickness worse. I need to manage my health for this baby. It came to light that my husband had been very cold to those at work having difficulty with their maternity issues. And he was transferred by the CEO's order. He should be grateful he wasn't fired. But he got greatly depressed from the demotion and wage cut. On top of that, with everyone glaring at him at work, I doubt he'll last much longer. The divorce talks were not smooth either, but the attorney that Wendy introduced to me was very helpful in getting things settled. I even got compensation for pain and suffering. My ex-husband seems to be a wreck now. But I don't care as long as the child support checks keep coming in. I'll just sue him if the payments stop. Even if he becomes unemployed, I'll make him sell his property. I will make him take responsibility for this child. I have moved in with my parents since leaving the hospital. My health is coming back, and I should be fine by the time I give birth. I will not forget to be thankful to everyone supporting me and give back by having a healthy child. I will raise my child to the best of my ability to make up for the father not being around. I'm off to a fresh new start with my soon-to-be-born child.
Hey, Miley. I heard you got a new boyfriend. Huh? Who'd you hear that from? Mom told me last night. How could you, keeping secrets on your big sister? I heard he came to the house to say hello to Mom and Dad. Why didn't you give me a heads up? I would have rushed over.
Well, because I didn't want to introduce you to him. I'm embarrassed to introduce you. You have no class, and to be honest, you're rude.
Huh? What do you mean by that? No class? Your sister? The one who graduated from an elite college? That big sister of yours? You have to be kidding me, LOL.
There, that's what I mean. That's what I hate about you.
Mom showed me a photo of this boyfriend of yours. I wouldn't call him handsome, LOL. To be honest, run-of-the-mill kind of guy. I see guys like that all the time. And his clothes, not brand-made stuff. Pretty drab, LOL.
I would prefer you say clean and polished. Brad is not like that. He hates that showy and tasteless fashion sense. It's always about brands. Like some people I know.
Boy, you've always been the black sheep of the family. Mediocre at school. Face? Nothing to write home about. Couldn't you at least have found a better guy? Take a look at me and my boyfriend. You can learn a thing or two about good looking. Where else can you find such a well-educated, good-looking couple like us, lol?
Yeah, I heard this all before.
Well, let's just forget about looks or how he dresses. Where'd your boyfriend go to school, by the way? Which university did he graduate from?
Why do I have to even tell you that? Besides, it's none of your business.
It's got everything to do with me. You know, I'm getting married in 6 months. And if you end up marrying this guy, well then we're all relatives. I don't want to be embarrassed when I introduce my relatives to people. Oh my god, don't tell me you went to the community college in town. I know you're not too bright, but you wouldn't go out with a guy from that place.
Is educational background so important? If you have to know, he went as far as high school. He decided not to go on to college.
Huh? High school? You mean to tell me he only finished high school? Not higher education? You mean like really high school?
Yep, that's right.
You're kidding me, right? Tell me you're joking. He's a high school graduate, that's it?
Yes, that's right.
Huh? No way! I thought everyone went on to college these days, even if it's a community college.
He decided not to go on to college, so what?
This is unbelievable. Okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but a boyfriend that's only a high school grad? This is too much, lol. Wait, are you seriously going out with this loser? You're just dating, having a little fun, right? Do you really plan to marry a mere high school grad?
Yeah, I'm serious about him. I like him a lot. I'm planning on marrying him, and he feels the same way. That's why I came to meet Mom and Dad.
Holy crap, you're serious. Good grief. What are you going to do? I mean, please. A high school grad, really?
And I keep saying, so what? I don't care about his educational background. I fell in love with him. What can I say? He's nice and he's courteous, and he's a damn hard worker. Couldn't ask for more. I fell in love with who he is, not his education.
Oh my god, you guys are still in high school. Fitting, lol. You sound like a teenager. Just a couple of teenagers. You guys are made for each other.
Think what you like. I can't believe you're actually my sister.
Hey, so we only finished high school. What kind of work does a high schooler do? I mean, there is no way he can work at a major corporation. The only job I can think of him doing is some blue-collar stuff. Perhaps a bit of trash collecting, lol. You know me. I went to a really elite college, so I'm not sure what such people do, lol.
You're really being rude. He's in the food business. But Brad does not really want me to say much about his job.
Okay, a high school grad, working in the food industry. I know. He's a dishwasher, right? Yeah, I wouldn't want anybody knowing either. I would be totally embarrassed.
You got it all wrong.
Hey, you know, about my wedding. I said you could bring a date, but please not this kid. I don't want him anywhere near our wedding.
Huh? What do you mean?
It means I don't want some uneducated dishwasher coming to my wedding. That's all. I can't very well tell my friends that this guy is my little sister's boyfriend, or worse, her fiancé. Oh my god, no way. All my guests, as well as my fiancés, are all from top universities and they currently make considerable salaries. I even had qualms about inviting you. And you want to bring a high school grad who works the dishwasher? It's not happening.
Huh? And he's not a dishwasher.
Do you realize that we booked our wedding reception at that famous ristorante? There's a 3-year wait for that place. Do you even know what a ristorante is? It's a high-class restaurant that has a strict dress code. That's what a ristorante is. And you know what? The pâtissier, the pastry chef for a novice like you. This chef recently won a world-famous event in Paris. We're going to have him bake our wedding cake. Can you believe it? So you see, I don't want some high school grad coming to my wedding and tainting the whole affair. I hope you understand. We just can't allow ourselves to serve such low-status people, if you get my drift, lol.
You never change. I wish you would stop demeaning people like that. How could you say that, low-status people? Are you serious?
Well, it's true, isn't it? I mean, you guys are the ones who'd be ashamed if you attended anyway. Besides, low status probably means he doesn't even have the proper clothes to wear. I don't want him coming to the wedding in his old high school sweatshirt, lol. We'd be the laughingstock of the whole town. Low status people will be restricted from attending my wedding. If you don't drop this guy before our wedding, well, I have no choice but to uninvite you to our wedding.
You know, I really didn't want to attend anyway. I don't want to attend a wedding of someone who denigrates my boyfriend. Anyway, it would be a total waste to buy a wedding gift for the likes of you.
Don't be so stubborn. You're such a child, lol. Okay, so you're not attending the wedding. I'll scratch you off the list then. I guess you're just going to have to sit at home with your dishwasher boyfriend twiddling your thumbs. Hey, Miley, pick up. I was just at the restaurant where we're going to hold a reception. I was with the wedding planners, and guess what? Your boyfriend was there. What was he doing there? Is he the dishwasher there, LOL?
Huh? Hey, is the restaurant that you chose, is it the one where Brad works at?
Yeah, I guess it is, LOL. I'm usually surrounded by very fashionable and handsome people, so with that country boy looks, he's really stood out. Spotted him right away. A high school graduate, and he can work at a high-class place like that, LOL. But he's a professional dishwasher by now, LOL. I wonder how much a dishwasher makes at a place like that.
Like I said, Brad is not a dishwasher.
Well, I couldn't very much ignore him, so I said hello. I said it was Brenda, Miley's older sister. I was just curious, so I had to ask. I asked him why he only finished high school. Was it because his folks were poor? Sorry, I had to ask. He was really nervous, stood there with his mouth agape. What a sight, LOL.
I really can't believe you. He's working. How could you disrespect him like that? What's wrong with you?
So what if the dishwasher takes a little break? Nobody cares about some lowly kitchen staff, LOL. Oh yeah, listen to this. I figured I would tell him since he was there. I told him that it's our policy not to invite people with inadequate educational backgrounds to your wedding. I went as far as to tell him that no such uneducated people enter the restaurante at least 1 month before my wedding, LOL.
Have you totally lost it? You told him that?
Of course I did. I mean, a mere high school grad just seems vulgar, not for fit for respectable people like us. Nobody's lets a mangy stray dog into a restaurant, right? Much less a high-class place like that. I told him he's gonna work there. He needs to disinfect himself before entering.
I really can't believe I'm hearing this. Have you become unhinged? You definitely have a few screws loose.
My screws are perfectly fine, LOL. Besides, your boyfriend, when I told him not to enter the restaurante, you know what he had to say? He said, "Very well, miss. I will do as you say." Can you believe this guy? For a mere high school graduate, he certainly knows his place. He didn't talk back at all and just sulked away like a beaten dog, LOL. Not the vigorous and fearless young man, that's for sure, LOL.
Oh boy, you went and did it. That means there will be no wedding cake. What a shame.
Huh? Cake? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I suppose you already know where you work, so it doesn't matter anymore. Just going to have to be truthful, I guess. The Brad you so despise is the pâtissier at that restaurant.
Huh?
Yep, Brad studied at the top pâtissier academy in France, and he recently won the award at that world-famous pâtissier contest in Paris last year. That world-renowned pâtissier that you were so proud of? Well, that is none other than my boyfriend, Brad.
Now you're the one that has a few screws loose, LOL. That uneducated country boy, a world-renowned pâtissier? Give me a break, LOL.
It's true. His father's also a pâtissier. He currently works in Paris. That's right. Right after graduating from high school, he flew to Paris to be with his dad and to attend the pâtissier academy there. It was the same place his father graduated from. He then worked for several years at one of the top pâtissier establishments in Paris. He returned about 2 years ago and currently works at that restaurant where you plan to have your wedding, minus the cake, of course.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm afraid it's true. Well, I guess you kicked him out, so nothing to do with you anymore, right? You told him to stay away for a month, right? I don't see how he'll be able to make that cake for you. I guess you're going to have to make do with something from Costco, LOL.
Hold on a second. If that's true, no, it can't be. Why didn't you tell me about him when you first mentioned him?
Well, like I said, Brad didn't want me telling everyone. Some years back, a short while after he returned from Paris, this neighbor found out he was a pâtissier and constantly asked him to make her and her friends all kinds of pastries. He just could deal with that. That's why he wanted me to keep it quiet. But even though you didn't know his background, denigrating someone like you did Brad, that's not what a respectable person does.
How could I have known? A mere high school grad, a fashionable occupation like a pâtissier? Who would think?
You always look at people according to their educational achievements. That's why you always end up in embarrassing situations.
Hold on a second. I just got a text message from the wedding planner. It seems because I restricted his entry into the restaurant, all the chefs in the kitchen are apparently furious. They said they were going on strike. They're not going to cook for my wedding. What the hell am I going to do?
The chefs are on strike? LOL. Oh, you really did it this time. Guess you're just going to have to apologize or find another venue.
I can't do that. I already told all my friends that I was holding my wedding reception at that place. I waited 3 years to reserve a spot there. I can't give it up now. No way I can find another place at this late date.
Well, your only option is to apologize. Right? If you're so set on having the reception there, I don't see any other way.
How am I going to? Oh yeah, Miley. You're his girlfriend. Talk to him and apologize on my behalf, please. Get him to come back.
Sorry, not going to happen.
Huh?
Why should I apologize? You created this mess, you clean it up. The responsible thing to do is to admit your mistake and apologize to Brad. Simple as that. And you're asking the wrong person. I'm still super pissed at you for trashing my boyfriend.
You want me to admit my mistake and apologize to this guy? Some snotty high school graduate? No way that's happening. You go and apologize to him. Do it now. I cannot stain my perfect lifestyle by stooping so low.
Well, you certainly have no remorse, I see. Wow, to think this is my older sister. How embarrassing. I will not help you out. That's it.
How could you treat your older sister this way? Just do as I say. That's an order. I'm practically begging you.
Maybe you should go back to elementary school and relearn proper etiquette, LOL. After that, my sister reluctantly went to the restaurant to apologize, but she immediately brought up her status as an elite college graduate with many rich friends or whatsoever. The usual drivel. Her attitude was so condescending that it just made things worse. What's more, during the supposed apology, she again blurted out the fact that Brad was a mere high school grad. She just couldn't keep her mouth shut. The restaurant staff were furious with her arrogance and they in turn canceled the reservation and prohibited her from ever again entering the restaurant. This incident also caused the relationship with her fiancé to go downhill. Well, that spat escalated beyond remedy and eventually they broke off the engagement. Brenda was so shocked by what had happened to her so-called perfect life, she wouldn't come out of the house anymore. Academic background does not make a person. I don't see why my sister does not realize that. I told Brad how sorry I was to have a sister like that. I was ready to break up with him, he so desired, but he had no intention of doing that, but instead smiled and forgave me. He even suggested that we have our wedding reception at the Ristorante, LOL. I'm sure I won't have to wait 3 years for a reservation.